Hi, welcome back. I'm Roland Green. This is Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes, and been having fun for a while. Good times. That's no lie. Um, but I'm also looking back on the kind of the 4 months I've been doing this, and some things have changed a lot, and some things get lost in the mix. And I went all the way back to the beginning on NF here, and it was good, super good. Uh, got me in touch with part of me that I wasn't sure was going to come forward on this channel, but certainly did, and I'm grateful. Um, so I just jumped around. I went to his page, his channel, picked one with something newer, middle of the road view count. Not there was more, but I thought I related to the title. Now it's not that I'm lost completely. I'm all opinions are for entertainment purposes only. Uh, already said. I mean, push comes to shove, I side with humanity. Uh, but I mean, I was Alex Jonesy crazy when I first started. I was putting on my tinfoil hat and finding the most thought-provoking songs I could and laying it out there. I purged a bunch of that, got rid of it just in case I was too much of a one-sided a-hole. Because I don't think I am a one sided a hole at all. Uh, I've been discovering so much in the past, let's say, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. But at the same time, as I discover all kinds of wonderful stuff, I have to also keep it into perspective. Perspective, whatever the right word is. I have to weigh it all against each other, I guess. I think that's what I was trying to say. The more I want to speak from in here, the harder it gets. It's really fun to have fun, but the NF isn't just about fun. I'm gonna see what let's see what happens. I'm trying to be upbeat, but at the same time, I think current events are very heavy, and I don't want to take the "I'm terrified the end is here." I've addressed that already. I think the end has been here my whole life, so I mean, uh, it's not that I don't have a position. I just think I've been asked to be terrified my whole life. I don't want to be terrified now, even at the last moment or whatever. So I figured I'd turn here because I'm lost in my emotional state. And do I, what should I be feeling right now? I mean, I know what I feel for entertainment purposes only, but what can I glean from the narrative? What is that? The I used to love this guy, but what quantifiable facts can I draw from the truthiness? Does that make sense to you? I know lots of stuff sounds really real, but then it turns out later I was people used to be me, but not for a lot of years. Then it turns out people were duped, conned, deceived. But then it seems like when they find out they were deceived, it's already too late. So I guess if we're in the middle of some sort of move, then I'm going for neutrality, humanity, do no harm. Obviously, others are not living by that doctrine right now. What can I do? Nothing, right? I can just vent a little. Let's see what this does. Wow. Wow. Yeah, already off to a start. If this is the first time you've ever heard NF Lost featuring Hobson, and you already sat for 4.5 minutes, it's just might not get better. This is kind of what it's going to be. So, if you've never heard the song before, you probably want to go someplace that they know all about it. They can tell you about rap and bars and beats. And I have no idea who Hobson is. Um, Just got to be honest. I'm just telling you the way it is. Otherwise, we're going to see if the words resonate in any way to make me share random feelings and thoughts at the moment they happen. First viewing. Let's see what we get.
Look, self-awareness, pride's a coat and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in, with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered though when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish. Cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me. Is a person who canvas. The pain can be flat and get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I learn.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. But I didn't know he was going to just... Oh, that was... Hold on.
Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril?
I agree. I call my personal relationship with Jesus. I went back to the beginning, and we won't have that argument here. He's obviously the Holy Spirit is what inspires NF. I call it my personal relationship. Jesus. But for sake of discussion, I go with a natural law understanding and some other stuff. I'm not going to BS nobody. Comes down to love, goodwill, kindness, do no harm. You have a right to protect yourself, kind of thing. That's because sometimes certain certain things take some of those away from people, and I couldn't. Got to be able to defend yourself too. It's gray, so I'm not going to have that discussion here now. But yeah, that's the serum for me. To be honest, it is goodwill, love, do no harm. Put my hand out for other individuals to help them along the way instead of look for what they can give me.
Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish. Cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me. Is a person who canvas. The pain can be flat and get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadows. But something on that up, I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out.
Yeah, fragile. I bet humans are fragile. Then here's the irony. You want to know what that makes me think of right there? Humans are fragile until they get in a car and then they're determined that they're invincible. They no longer are meat sacks with like the worst armor ever. No, they're invincible because their car is cool. I always found that to be amazingly goofy. I work with my hands. I'm missing the end of fingers. I mean, I know what I'm made of. It's flesh and bone.
Canvas, the pain can be flat and get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadows. But something on that up, I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle.
Oh man, yeah. So that's me. I'm that person to me, but I mean, I'm my own worst critic. I'll go off. I'll have a problem. I'll have to go grab some happy music and come and let you know. That's why in the middle of some weird song, I'll make some. You'll be like, what is he talking about? Oh, I'll probably be referencing another one. Because as I do them in order, I just let it all spill out, right? But, yeah, someone to keep you in check. And if because I'm an ex-addict and stuff, totally admit that for a while now, I had to be that guy. Sponsors are okay, but the problem is I'm not good at reaching out to the sponsor. I'm better at being someone's else person to reach out to. I'd be good at being a sponsor. I wasn't good at turning to my sponsor. Um, so yeah, I was the guy that kept myself in check always. How did he say it?
Humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone.
We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out on the facts.
That'll be honest when we fly off the handle. I admit.
Yeah, basically, the people telling you the truth are the ones you hate the most. Because you know what we hate the most? The person in the mirror telling us the truth.
Quiet when I lurk in the shadows. Something on that up. I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off the handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits been off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rant, I like to own what I value. I can take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to roll against the current, that's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative, I'm diligent on every level. I never can settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love to pack arenas and all, but what I really want to do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss and pull them back when they diligent on every level. I never can settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love to pack arenas and all, but what I really want to do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss and pull them back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws and told me I can never revolve and pull a bane on them, ask them, oh, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it. I'm flawed, the traits that I want, they say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it, cause when you fail, just know that it's a test in it. You can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist. It's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost.
Oof. Ooh, yeah. No, yeah. So it's admitting that 4 months ago I wanted to be Alex Jones crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I wanted to discuss the same subjects, but I wanted to rock the boat and poke the bear. And now I want to Dimash. It was Dimash and the Deers. The amount of love and goodwill it became measurable. You could see it. You could see it in the comments, and then by returning the love and the care and not lying, right? Never BSing anybody out there. I mean, I don't know. I'm grateful for everyone who watches, but I'm just trying to pretend this camera is my shrink. If I'm honest to my therapist, you know what I mean, I get better. I believe I was lost for many years. Misery. I told Ange, and this was just, when we discovered Dimash and realized what was happening, is that I was a really hard worker in my real life before I started this. But I was miserable because I was hollow and empty. It's weird. I was lost.
It's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. Wow, these burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mind left, and it's no.
It's heavy that he just said skipping, and I said, now I can tell this is way too powerful to get me worked up. On the right NF song and the right moment in my day, you'll get the other range of emotions from me, because I'm not ashamed of them either. That's the thing. I'm not ashamed that I'm joyful. I'm not ashamed that I feel feelings. I'm not ashamed that I'm self-aware of some of the stuff going on. And if I'm wrong about it, I'm willing to keep working on it. And I think that might be the core of something we're hearing here. That you can be lost, but finding the sources of perseverance. And I'm saying from internally, of course. Once again, that hang in there kitty poster is cute, but you're just making a novelty company money. That's an intangible. It can't become a poster. They should stop making, as I'm told, I got to design some t-shirts. Real life sucks. Yeah. The moment you turn it into a slogan, it's not that real anymore, is it? If it's an intangible virtue, it should probably be found within you, not hanging on the wall with sticky tape or pins.
When I'm lost, when I'm lost, when I'm lost. Wow, these burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mind left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grip.
My dad and I get along good, but I can understand that because I came from a big family that we didn't spend time with. And then my mom passed, and now I don't talk to any of them. So, I mean, I don't even, you know what I mean? The problem with being adopted is that you don't have the same connections as you wish you did. That's probably why my new adopted child means so much to me. And now I could get weird. Oh, man. Yep. So that's why I'm so easily moved into taking someone in an embrace or... There we go. There is why we do that. Why we watch NF. Oh, crap. It's getting long, too. I always reference the mirror because when I was a young man, I'd look in the mirror and so the name, my existence, everything was just something on paper. And I can't tell you the rest of the story because it comes off like solicitation, and I don't do that. But let's put it this way. I tried. I was going to try to find my roots once. And I realized, I want to be strong, but I can't. That it was a matter of money. And I thought about that for a minute. And I'm like, it was a profitable, thank God, thank you, Lord, that I'm alive and wasn't the other option. At the same time, you know how much peace you got to make with yourself when you realize your existence in your family is a contractual arrangement? I understand why a lot of adopted people are maladjusted. Now, I made peace with it all, and I might like myself a little bit, okay? Like I said, that camera's a therapist. You're hopefully friends in the making, and this is really about sharing a life story kind of deal. But none of it's ill will or I wish no harm. Okay, yeah, no, that's a lie. Other side of that coin is all the people who want to control the world. I'm not too hip on their plans at all. And the people who agree with them obviously would, I put them in their basket. But I still want them to be safe and not harmed either. I just don't agree with their ideology.
And they all want to see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come my friends, a week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grit. And they all want to see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts. My shoulder's ready for most drugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having it sore heart. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. Man, hold up. I was living so...
Oh, man, now I can't believe this song is doing this. So yeah, and then my new adopted child, but all the friends I've made, all the acquaintances, the people that actually use the contacts, and we get to talk in the real world too. Um, I realize part of the whole thing is building my own family. I don't dishonor my father. I love my father with all my heart. I mean, he's my dad. You got to understand, I came home from the hospital to my parents, so if they wouldn't have told me, I probably would never even known. I could have probably been well adjusted, but my parents were decent people, and they didn't lie to me ever. As far as I know, they sheltered me. They didn't lie to me. Now, sheltering can be very destructive too, but I've taken so much time already. Whoa, this is what this does to me. But yeah, and then here, as I build that family, I realize if I build it with a foundation of love and honesty, what more could I do? What more could we do? Isn't it the ill will and deceit that separates us? Can we not overcome our shortcomings if we use love and goodwill? I gotta believe everybody deserves a shot at being the best they can be, not just a product of what their best friend tells them to be.
Bored with having it sore heart. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. Man, hold up. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? A pity, huh? It's kind of funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Guess I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list, cause manifested this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
What do you get to? What is this? You're gonna bury your problems and your baggage here. So I know I'm right in the middle. So here, don't please. If you made it this far, I'm going back to where I was. So this whole story is gonna get figured out. I'm pretty sure I have the ability to understand what's going on. I'm not looking for the cliff notes because I don't want the spoilers. I just wanted a higher. I just wanted something heavy hitting, and obviously, all his newer stuff has just got that boom, boom. Those that what do they call them? Just like those, just boom. Yeah, there's what I got for beat breakdown. That was cool. It's really good beat. But yeah, that ending that gets me. Yeah. I'll have to figure that out. I got pretty good ideas already, but yeah, brought out all the kind of stuff I figured it would. That's the whole reason I picked it. I just wanted to share with the new bus riders, and well, I mean that it's actually been a complex journey, and sometimes I bite off more than I can chew. I admit it, you know. I mean, that's why. That's what that's for, because I'm an opinionated person. But I'm also not lost anymore. And I'm growing the foundation and the things that I find truly redeeming and important, which is finally realizing I have a shared humanity with everyone. That the key to that shared humanity was love, care, do no harm, goodwill, and reach across. Well, with all of those things, then borders, language. Well, I did need the translation device. Okay. Part of this journey is technology. It is. But this was a long one. I hope you made it to the end. But I'll tell you, all of those things actually changed Ange and I's life. I cannot tell you enough how much goodwill and love takes away fear, confusion, misdirection. Oh, it empowered me to unplug from the media. The media had me so convinced that the bubbles were all that existed. And I opened my eyes and it was a lie. It was all lies. That what we have in common is so much more important than what we don't. Oh, what would everything look like if that's what they said all the time? If that was the narrative? It'd be pretty cool.